What is going on, everybody? Welcome on in to the channel as my camera is frozen as we start off this morning's show. How about that, folks? How about that? But welcome into Jets Media. I got to fix my camera real quick. Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning and a nice Tuesday coming off Memorial Day weekend. Welcome into the show, everybody. Hit that like button on your way in. Apologies for the technical difficulties to start it off, but I'm here, baby. I'm here. Shout out to everybody tuning on into the show, man. Let's get into it. The latest Jets OTA news is right here. All right, so smash that like button on your way into the show if you didn't already, and let's get straight into business because the Jets have been under OTAs for these past few weeks. The Jets get a head start on OTAs. A lot of other teams across the NFL are starting their OTAs this week, but the New York Jets have been at it, and there's some storylines I wanted to talk about regarding the New York Jets, whether it is Justin Fields now getting comfortable in New York, getting comfortable in his own skin with this team, a brand new culture that Aaron Glenn is implementing here. We got a lot of new coaches. Everybody's new. It's just a fresh feeling right now in Jets land, so I wanted to go live and talk to you guys all things Jets. And the Jets are giving us some cool content at practice, as you can see on your screen right here. So shout out to the Jets, of course. And, you know, OTAs is just a good time for installs, right? It's the heart of the offseason. And I think that there's a brand new identity that this team is embodying. You look across the NFL, there is some big news that happened that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is the tush push not being banned, which I think has a direct impact with the New York Jets. Aaron Glenn and the Jets and the owners of New York decided to veto the ban of the tush push. Now, what does that tell you? That the Jets are going to be using the tush push with Justin Fields because the Jets got the offensive line for it and they got the quarterback for it. I don't know about you guys, but I think Justin Fields could execute just as good as Jalen Hurts as a quarterback doing the tush push. I also think that there's going to be a new shift in the culture of the offensive aggression with this new regime. As we saw for years, and it's going to continue with the Detroit Lions, they go for it on fourth down more than anybody. I don't think the Jets are going to be that crazy going for it like the Lions do, but I do think they're going to be more aggressive, especially if they get confidence down low in the trenches. So there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about in today's show. So do me a favor, folks. Simply hit the like button as we're live here on a Tuesday, May 27th in the morning. And we got Knicks game day today, of course, so got to drink my coffee out of my Knicks mug, rocking Jalen Brunson. Come on, my Knicks, tie up the series, please. Tonight, because your boy cannot take any more heartbreak with my Knicks, all right? The Jets have broken me too much. This past year was the darkest I've ever been as a Jets fan, and I think a lot of you guys can relate. But hopefully those days are behind us because I think they are, actually. I think those days are behind us. And the reason for that is the expectations now are not going to be sky high like they were, where with Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh and that team, it felt like there was such a short, tight window. It's like if you don't win right now, it's done. Everything that we did all in with Rodgers and everything is a failure, which is why there was so much pressure with that team last year, where this year, it doesn't feel like that. There's not this gigantic pressure on this team to go out there and win 12 games and win the division. Now, of course, as fans, we want that to be our expectation. We want to have high hopes for our football team, but we also got to be realistic. And I think Jets fans have a realistic mindset of the overall identity of this football team. So a lot I want to get into. Want to remind you guys about Jets Media Day 2025. We are doing a lot of fun things with that this upcoming year. The announcement will probably be this coming week. So if you guys want to fill out the form to become part of the priority list, you get emails, you get text messages from me as soon as the tickets go live, access to pre-sale. That link right now is in the description and in the chat. All right? Appreciate you guys. Why me, the Jets fans in the chat? What's poppin', Rich? What's good, bro? Hennessy, let's go Knicks. You know it, man. You know it. Absolutely. New regime, new mindset, says Anthony Cook. 100%. 100%, man. I think that the excitement from Jets fans is real. And you look at all the big talking points, the biggest topics coming out of camp. Well, this isn't camp. This is OTAs. But Justin Fields is definitely impressing early. Now it's OTAs, right? What does that mean? He's impressing. How can you impress with no pads on and no thing? I'm not saying he's impressing with his accuracy, with his arm. Justin Fields is impressing people with his overall confidence, his different approach to the quarterback position than the Jets have had in recent years. Because Justin Fields has an opportunity that we've been talking about for a minute now that I don't think is ever going to get another opportunity like this. And I think he understands that. 100% understands that. So I think the comfortability of Justin Fields in his own skin, having a familiar face on this team with Garrett Wilson and Ruckert and Myers, I think it's going to do wonders for Justin Fields when he's trying to find himself in this league, right? Another thing that we have to talk about, man, and we've talked about it already, but the attendance. Like, you look at this video, you're seeing the entire Jets team. Like, it's 100% attendance. And I don't think Jets fans realize how big of a deal that is. That this football team has 100% attendance at OTAs? That's absurd. That doesn't happen with a new coach. With a team like the Jets that is coming off a 5-win season. Like, usually there's veterans like, yeah, I'll train at home where I'm comfortable in the sunny weather of Florida, wherever I live, in California or Texas, wherever. I'm going to train there, and then I'll show up when I have to. No, every single player on this football team is showing up and trying to make their presence be felt with this coaching staff. That's a culture shift immediately. That is something. Now, does that guarantee we're going to win and shock the world? No, it doesn't mean anything. Don't read too much into it. But what that tells me is guys like Garrett Wilson, who's looking for a new contract. Guys like Sauce Gardner, who's looking for a new contract. Leaders like Quinnen Williams, who's the savvy veteran on this team. Tyrod Taylor, the vets are there. And by the way, we don't really have a lot of veterans. We talked about how young this team is. This team is so young, it's absurd. But I think that is really exciting, me personally, that in Aaron Glenn's first year of the New York Jets being a head coach, you can sense the culture being shifted as they've achieved perfect attendance. That means everybody's bought into this team. Breece Hall, another player that he could be like, yeah, I'm entering my contract year, I want a new contract. But nah, he understands what's at stake here. So that's another great thing. When it comes to Garrett Wilson and the contract, we've talked about it last week. He said he wants to be a Jet for life. That's fantastic news. I'm hoping that this does not become a trend. I just hope this doesn't become a storyline that gets distracting heading into training camp. I'm hopeful that after mandatory mini camp in June and then they go on that 6-week hiatus, that's when Muji and Garrett Wilson's camp can come to an agreement on a contract extension. So we enter the training camp period with Garrett Wilson signed long term. That would be fantastic. We shall see. But something else that is something interesting. We talked about it on yesterday's show. Byron Cowart, the defensive tackle next to Quinnen Williams, has been standing out. But there's something else that I didn't mention in yesterday's OTAs live stream that has been a topic. That apparently there could be an open competition at center between Joe Tippmann and Myers. Now, first of all, there's nothing wrong with competition. I think that's what every single, especially a brand new coaching staff, is going to want to open up a competition between every single group that want to light a fire underneath every single player. But let's be honest, man, this is Joe Tippmann's position. I think, first of all, this is a good sign that we have depth, and I'm not reading too much into it. You already saw the walkthroughs at OTAs. Joe Tippmann's starting at center. He's the better football player. Myers just has more experience. He has, of course, experience playing with Justin Fields at Ohio State, with Green Bay. It's a good problem to have many offensive linemen, right? Let's do that. JT brings up a good point. Post June 1st cuts wouldn't have to do with it, right? Since the money technically for future years. Either way, I think Garrett is extended this season. Yeah, so June 1st is a date to watch because it does free up a lot of money from the Jets financially, so maybe that's when they're waiting for. It doesn't really affect future years, but it does open up some cap, and maybe the Jets just want to wait to see how they look officially on their end after that. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. 100%. Great point. Great point. And I think that there's a lot of open competition on this football team. And another position that we need to talk about is going to be wide receiver. That's going to be the topic all throughout the offseason. Who the heck is going to be making that? Who's making the team? I wish I could tell you I had any idea. The wide receiver position is up for grabs, folks. It's up for grabs. Who is going to make the team at wide receiver? And I bet you that nobody can predict it. It's very unpredictable. Because I can list you 8 or 9 guys that are fighting to make the team at that spot. Right? Of course, Garrett Wilson is number 1, but who's going to be next to him? Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds, Arian Smith, Malachi Corley, Xavier Gibson. I'm probably forgetting Tyler Johnson. Probably forgetting somebody else. And then the undrafted guys, Skinner. So there's a lot of things to come in to discuss. Hennessy, member for 4 months, my guy. Who will step up and be number 2 receiver for the season? Stats you want to see. Also expectations for the tight end position. Let's go Knicks. Tie the series. Folks, we'll be live on Knicks Media tonight for my live watch party. If you guys are into basketball, into the New York Knicks, or maybe you're not really into basketball, not really into the Knicks, but you're getting into this playoff run, I will be live for tonight's Game 4 matchup between the Knicks and the Pacers over on my YouTube channel, Knicks Media, if you want to come over there. But, Hennessy, I think that the number 2 receiver, in terms of statistics, I think people are sleeping on, you're not going to like this, but people are sleeping on Alan Lazard a little bit. I think he actually has the most likelihood to actually be the number 2. I think Reynolds as well is someone that this Jets team is going to rely on. The 2 veterans, that's what I'm leaning on. I feel like there's not a lot of vets on this team, and Lazard and Reynolds are the only 2 vets at that position. I think Tyler Johnson is another player that is going to be given a chance. Arian Smith, the rookie, Corley, Gibson, there's a lot of guys. It really is. And then the tight end position is interesting. What's Mason Taylor going to look like as a rookie? Is he going to come on the scene and look like a player that we can trust immediately? Is that going to be a guy that this Jets regime is going to lean on? Is Jeremy Ruckert going to get some more? Tanner Engstrand has a good problem to have. And if you don't know much about Tanner Engstrand, the cool thing about him is his role with Detroit was to go up to Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator of the Lions, and give him a game plan of how can we feed everybody. Because the Lions had so many, and still have so many weapons, where they want to make sure everybody gets fed, everybody's happy, everybody gets the rock, and that also makes the offense dangerous when you have so many weapons. And that was Tanner Engstrand's job. Throughout the week, he would think of game plan material okay, this is how we can get this player, this is how we can get this player the ball. So that's what Tanner Engstrand did. He's building a system right now. He's probably looking at what Malachi Corley's strengths were in college. He's looking at what Arian Smith was good at in college. He's looking at Garrett Wilson. He's making a whole playbook around this roster right now. And I think that's pretty cool. I really do. The Jets went an alternative route to the offensive coordinator position that I think most Jets fans were hoping for. Some Jets fans wanted to get, an experienced offensive coordinator that's been in the league, has a system. But no, the Jets decided to go with a young, rising offensive mind in Tanner Engstrand. And that's either going to be a hit or miss. And there's going to be a learning curve, and that's no excuse, but the reality of the NFL is it takes a little bit of time for an offense to go get clicking, especially a brand new system like what Tanner Engstrand's building. It's going to take time for these guys to adjust, for Justin Fields to be on the same page with his receivers, with the tight ends, with the running backs, the offensive line, getting into their new system. Like, this is all new. It's all fresh. It's all different. So I think that it's going to be very intriguing to see the type of offense that they do. Is it going to be up-tempo? Are they going to really try to run the ball on first and second down? Are we going to see Fields under center a lot? Is he going to be out of the shotgun? Is he going to be running some read options? Are they going to do design quarterback runs? Yes, they are. Spoiler alert. So there's a lot, man. Like, the cool thing about this season is it's hard to even expect what's to come because we have no idea. From a schematic standpoint, we have an idea of what the defense is going to look like based off Detroit and Steve Wilkes. We have an idea. But offensively, we don't have an idea. I mean, what is it going to look like? Ben Johnson? No. So there's a lot of unknown with this football team. That makes me excited because I want to know. I want to learn. I want to see. I'm fired up about it. I want to see what this team looks like. Like, it's rare that the New York Jets have such a shift, like a complete 180. Like, do you remember where our mindsets were at this point last year? Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles. We're going after guys like in the offseason. We signed Hassan Reddick, or traded for him rather. Going to year 4 or 5, whatever it was with Salah, so you kind of have an idea of this team, this identity, what they're about. Right now, it's all fresh, man. We're all learning on the fly as fans about this team. So, it's exciting. This is the most I've seen a roster turnover in a long time. And the thing is, the roster is like not that much different. It's more about the culture that's different, the coaching staff. And the 3 positions that is the most important in football is different. Quarterback, head coach, GM. And the entire coaching staff for that matter. Besides the wide receiver coach. That's the only person that's stayed. Like, the roster is pretty much not the same, but the people that left are the quarterback. Who else left this offseason that didn't come back? DJ Reed. We're going younger at special teams. That's another topic we have to talk about. The kicking position, the punting position. Who's going to win those battles? Because we got a competition between Caden Davis and Anders Carlson. That's going to go after 2 young guys. Right? So there's a lot of interesting shifts here. A lot of interesting shifts. Folks, if you're just tuning in to the live show on the channel, do me a favor. Simply hit the like button, man. It really does help out the channel more than you guys know. Really do appreciate you guys tuning in to Jets Media. Consider subscribing if you're new as well to Jets Media. We appreciate you guys. It's only OTAs, so I'm not getting excited yet until I see what happens in the season. Yeah, and I'm not saying that Jets fans should be excited. Like, when I say I'm excited, it's not like, oh, I'm excited because we're going to be so good. Oh, I'm so excited because the Jets are going to prove the world wrong. Like, I think sometimes people interpret what I say incorrectly, where when I say I'm excited, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm excited because the Jets are about to do something special. I'm excited because everything's new, and I'm excited to see what they look like. You feel me? Like, I'm excited to see what this team is about. I have no idea. It's a giant question mark. I have no idea what this team is about yet. Nobody does. Right? That's what I mean. 4-13, 3rd overall pick. Hey, that's a possibility. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows. This team can be trash. This team can be great. This team can be middle. We don't know. We can all predict and say, bro, what do you mean? I know this team's going to suck. We're going to win 1 game. You don't know. Nobody knows. That's why I think the buzz around this Jets team this year is different, because there's a lot of shifts happening. A lot of shifts going on, man. Richie, you're excited, but can you hide it? I will never hide my excitement. I'm 100% authentic to who I am, And if you guys have been watching me for as long as I've been doing this, or whenever you found me, you know that's what I'm about. I don't like to hide my excitement. I don't like to hide who I am. I am who I am 100% through. And some people don't like me for that reason. And I don't care. I am who I am. You guys should see the people that try to tear me down and clown me and make me out to be this guy that's whatever they have to say. I don't even know or care. But I'm never going to change. I'm not going to stop doing what I love to please others. You feel me? That's what I'm about. And that's what I would recommend to anybody that's watching or listening. Like, don't let anybody else's opinions affect what you do in your life. No matter what job you have or relationships, friendships, whatever the case may be, you do what fuels your soul. All right? That's what it's about. Is Mason Taylor tight end number 1? I mean, objectively, no, not yet. He's a rookie. He's got to prove himself first. But does he have a chance to be tight end 1? 100%. I think he has a real chance to go out there and prove it. Stone Smart is a legit weapon. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. If there was one free agent that a lot of people are underlooking, it could be Stone Smart because of the receiving upside he has. Like, he doesn't really have the ability to block, but he has the ability to be a receiver threat at that tight end spot, which I really like and I think is important. So, absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. And I know we're all talking about who's number 2 receiver. Like, let's not forget that Allen Lazard took a big pay cut to stay with this team. And I know, like, Lazard is a soft spot. That's not the right word. What's the right word? Like, every Jets fan feels like hate Allen Lazard. Every time you bring up the name Allen Lazard, you're like, oh, screw that guy. F him. Cut him. Trade him. You know? The guy took a pay cut to stay with this team. Where we brought in Lazard for Rodgers. He was a failure with us. He's a solid vet. And I'm going to give Lazard another chance here with a new everything around him. So, I don't know about you guys. I'm going to give him a chance. The fact that he took a pay cut to stay with this team, because the Jets obviously went up to me like, hey, we're going to have to cut you. The only way if you want to stay on this team, you're going to have to take a pay cut. And he did. So, like, I respect that. I respect that. The only person I hate is Hassan Reddick. Easily my least favorite Jet of all time. Like, especially covering the team on YouTube and doing what I do. My God, that was brutal. That was terrible. You know what I mean? I think Armand Membu and Justin Fields are going to go crazy this year. Not going to lie, I'm super excited. Don't get much opportunity. But in the UK, have secured tickets against the Broncos. Hey, let's go. That's awesome. So, I love the Jets fan base supporting this squad overseas, man. I don't mind Lazard here as a depth piece. I think he could have an impact. Especially you look at the roster, you look at the people around him, like, who's better than Allen Lazard at the wide receiver position besides Garrett Wilson? Reynolds, you can argue. Corley has more upside. I mean, Gibson, Smith, you know, like, that's my point. There's not a lot of guys that's going to do a lot. So we got to come together as fans and give these players an opportunity. That's what I'm doing. And I would recommend doing the same. So, 100%. We got 45 like buttons hit. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button on your way in. The weather is finally getting nice in New York, man. And I'm assuming New Jersey. So, yeah, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into the energy around the world. Let's dig deep into this Jets fan base. Because I think that there's a lot of interesting storylines, man. Ricky's in the chat saying, looking forward to Azarie starting by week 5. That'll be interesting. I think Azarie Thomas is an intriguing story to watch, talk about a competition. That is a competition to keep an eye on between Azareye'h Thomas and Brandon Stevens at the CB2 spot next to Sauce Gardner. You know Stevens is going to be the starter right now with Thomas behind him, trying to learn, trying to fight for that spot. I think that when you guys go to training camp and you see what AZ Thomas looks like with your own eyes, you're going to see what I saw at the Senior Bowl and be like, yeah, that's a dude. That's a guy right there. And you look at all these clips that I'm showing you guys on behalf of the Jets, like, you're seeing some energy, you're seeing some camaraderie, and, like, what Aaron Glenn is trying to build here is a team of dudes that come together and fight for one another, have chemistry. And the last few years, that's what Saleh failed to do. Joe Douglas brought talent onto this roster, and Saleh failed to put the team together. That's the coaching. That's the job of a head coach. How can you construct a roster and turn it into a team? And that's what Aaron Glenn said in that offseason episode of One Jets Drives episode on their YouTube channel, the offseason. Aaron Glenn is trying to establish a team, and that might sound like, yeah, no crap, bro. You got to make a team. Like, yeah, well, that's what Saleh failed to do. You look at the Jets roster heading into the season last year, and if I told you guys at this point last year, the Jets are going to win 5 games, and everyone's pretty much healthy. The only injury that we suffer is Jermaine Johnson. You'd be like, what? How is that possible? It's because the coaching staff was awful, and, of course, Rodgers wasn't as good as we thought he was going to be. But the overall culture was abysmal. The level of confidence, the preparation, the scheme, all of it was just messy. And I think that Aaron Glenn is built for this moment to lay the framework. Think of this season, folks, as laying down a framework. If you guys are into businesses and understand building a business, like, think of it like you got to build the foundation before the building can be built. And this is going to be that foundation year, which is why I'm not going into this season thinking that we're going to shock the world. Like, I think this is going to be one of those years where there's going to be some tough times. There's going to be some adversity. It's up to this team to fight through it and come together, because you learn who you are at adverse times. And I think Aaron Glenn has that mindset. And if he instills that in the guys, like, okay, we get punched in the mouth early, Jets start off the season 2-5 or something like that. How are they going to respond? What if they respond with a nice 4-game winning streak to save the season? Like, I think laying down the framework, getting used to the scheme is good. And the best case scenario is this football team goes out there, Fields shows enough promise, the team shows fight. Say we missed the playoffs, but Fields proves like, yeah, he's going to be starting next year again. And then year 2 with Glenn, year 2 with Fields, year 2 with another draft, another free agency. That's when maybe we can go click and go shock the world. I don't know. I'm just hypothetically speaking into the future of what the timeline can look like with this team. Or maybe it clicks right away, and we're a first year, we're like the Houston Texans from a few years ago. DeMeco Ryans comes in, and they go to the playoffs right away. I don't know. I'm not really expecting that. Because I don't want to. I learned my lesson from having high expectations. I learned if you lower your expectations, it brings you more joy because it's easier to overcome that. That's how I look at it. You never know. And you know what else I'm not doing? I'm not putting any labels on anybody. I have an open-ended label on everybody, including Justin Fields. Like this comment right here. Fields sucks. He will not take the Jets anywhere. I'm not going to put that label on Fields and say he sucks. He's not putting the Jets on anywhere until he proves whether he sucks or not. I'm going in this entire season is an open-ended question mark for me as a fan. And it should be for everybody. Because we do not know who Justin Fields is as a New York Jet. We know who he is as a Chicago Bear. We know who he was with Pittsburgh, which, by the way, wasn't bad. He didn't suck with Pittsburgh, which is like the worst narrative that I've ever heard. Fields was not bad in Pittsburgh. The guy was a good quarterback. Should have been 5-1. I don't know who Justin Fields is with the New York Jets. Just like Sam Darnold stunk with Carolina, stunk with the Jets, balled with Minnesota. You never know when a quarterback is given an opportunity. So that's why. And that's not me saying Fields is going to break out and be fantastic with the Jets, but I'm not going to label anything. Right? The Steelers literally went out their way to try to bring Justin Fields back. Right? They couldn't bring him back. Why did Fields not want to go back to Pittsburgh? Because he got benched there. And he saw an opportunity with the Jets. He believed what Aaron Glenn was saying. And he's like, oh, this is something I can build with. Maybe I can establish myself in a brand new organization. Right? That's how I look at it. The Jets are building something fresh and new. Kill Your Ego says, I'll never get the Fields hate, but Bryce Young can stink it up, then have a couple decent games, and they're going to say he's the top tier in the next couple years. Yeah, I get it. I get you. Hennessy, when are we doing Jets Media Day? Thanks for asking that, Hennessy. Jets Media Day this year. I'm still waiting to hear back from the Jets on the inventory, but it's looking like it's going to be week 1 versus Pittsburgh or week 5 versus Dallas. Those are the 2 games we're looking at. I got to see where the inventory is at, and I got to see how many tickets to get. I got to see that, all that stuff. So it's either week 1 versus Pittsburgh, week 5 versus Dallas. All right? So I'm going to make a poll, actually, because I'm curious which game is more likely for you guys to attend. Let's see. Which game should Jets Media Day 2025 be? I got to see the inventory with the Jets. I'm waiting to hear back from my ticket rep. Like week 1 sounds fun because there's a lot of excitement. It's the first time we're seeing this team together. We can all experience the first time the Jets get on the field together. Or week 5 is fun too because you'll have 4 weeks to kind of see what this team's about. It's October football, you know? So if you want to go out there and vote which game should be the event, if you don't know what Jets Media Day is and you're like, what the heck is that? It is an event that I throw at a Jets game every single year. This is going to be the 4th season that we're doing it, man. The 4th season that Jets Media Day will be in action. All right? It's going to be a lot of fun this year. And last year was a blast. If you guys want to fill out the customer registration form, you get added to the priority list. You subscribe to the email and the phone list. And if you want to see any of the content from previous events, we had Gary V on the live show last year. We do a live show from the tailgate, all-inclusive food, drinks, tailgate. We get on the field after the game, which is a lot of fun as well. So Jets Media Day 2025 is on its way, folks. It's on its way. Let's do it. Is the Roundtable event week 2. So the Roundtable event, Henny, is week 3 in Buffalo. Dolphins versus Bills. But we are thinking of doing a late season Roundtable event, which would be Jets Dolphins in December at MetLife. The problem is, which I'm really upset, Hennessy, as you know, usually the Roundtable event is a primetime AFC East game at MetLife, and there is none. There's no primetime AFC East game at MetLife this year. The Jets are in 2 primetime games, and they're both away. And I'm not a fan of MetLife Stadium, but I will admit, Jets games at MetLife during primetime, that's pretty awesome to be at. The atmosphere inside the stadium is electric, so I'm kind of pissed off about that as I freeze again. But, yeah, last game against the Dolphins is like December 7th or something like that. That's something that we're potentially looking into. And yes, I know my camera just died, but that will be fixed any second now. We're back. We're back. Let's go. Fields can't read defenses. He is impatient. 1 or 2 looks at most, and he takes off. Not the recipe for success. Well, you never know what a proper coaching staff could do to a player, because that is, you're right, those are things he needs to improve on. He needs to go out there and prove that he can do what he's all about. Let's go, man. Let's go. Make sure you guys hit the like button. We got Knicks Pacers tonight. Knicks fans, are you in the chat right now? Knicks fans in the chat. Let your presence be felt. I gotta make my Knicks media live stream, because tonight we are live for Knicks Pacers. Let's go. I know this is my Jets account, but bro, we're in the middle of a Eastern Conference Finals, man. And I know the odds are against the Knicks right now, being down 2-1, but let me just say this. If the Knicks somehow, some way pull off a miracle and win a championship, that would directly affect the Jets season for me. I'll be like, yo, say the Jets are like struggling, be like, yeah, well, I got a ring with the Knicks. So, nah, I'm just kidding. But, oh my God, I want the Knicks to freaking. I got so much misery in my life with the Jets and the Knicks, of course, and the Mets, my 3 teams. I'm starving for a championship. Man. And if you guys are Knicks fans, I would appreciate it if you guys can come over to Knicks Media. Support me. Support me over on Knicks Media, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun over there on Knicks Media. We do a lot of interesting discussions. So that link is right now in the chat if you guys want to come over and support your boy, because, man, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. We were live for the entire game. For Game 3.
Fired up right now.
Win.
Nobody can
So we're going to be live again tonight.
And with
for
the
game
Pacers, hard fought.
So definitely
This is
come
the free
through,
throw line.
folks.
I'm
Definitely come
sorry. I
through.
don't know if I trust Mikal Bridges at the free throw line.
Definitely come through, man. Oh, allergies is kicking me. Allergies, man. Who else has bad allergies? Boy. I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose. Woo! Sorry about that. Sorry about that, folks. You know, allergy season. It's still there. The pollen's bad. But yeah, man, a lot of exciting things going on in the world of Richie. We got a whole Roundtable Sports internship program launched. I got a lot of students lined up for the social media. And I'd like to fill you guys in on all the things that I'm building, because it's been a lot of energy, a lot of focus into what I am building right now with Roundtable Sports, which is my media company that I'm a co-founder of. If you guys did not know, we just launched the Jets Roundtable on X. All right, this is a brand new Jets account, which is an affiliate account to Roundtable Sports. There is a YouTube channel that will be created as well with a brand new show called the Jets Roundtable. Now, the Jets Roundtable has been a thing before, but now it's getting its own channel, its own focus. So definitely go over there and support Jets Roundtable on X. We're also on Instagram. We're taking over the world, right? It's the affiliate to Roundtable Sports, which is all of that. So, yeah, man. A lot of fun building a business from scratch, building a media company, bro. It ain't easy, but, ooh, it's fun. It's been my dream to build a business, and we're doing it. Shout out to Roundtable Sports. Shout out. Speaking of Roundtable Sports, we actually had a special guest on our show yesterday. We had Shamar Stewart's father come on 4th and Forever yesterday. Because as you guys know, Shamar Stewart is holding out right now with the Bengals. And we had his father, Mo Marquez, on. And it was pretty awesome, man. It was pretty awesome. We had an opportunity to interview Mo and talk about Shamar Stewart and what's going on with the contract, the details. So a lot of interesting things going on with Roundtable Sports, man. We appreciate you guys tuning on in to all things. And we got 4th and Forever live later today, man. Later today. So a lot of fun stuff going on, man. Let's do it. But getting back to the Jets. Getting back to our football Jets. I cannot wait for training camp, man. I really... And speaking of Roundtable Sports, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll keep you in the loop. I'm trying to get credentials, man. I really am. I don't know if I will. I can't promise that. But I hope I can get them, man. I really hope. I really hope I can get them. Let's go. Richie, I'll most likely be at both those games, so let me know. You're talking about week 1 or week 5, Henny, for Jets Media Day? I got you, bro. I'm just waiting to hear back from the Jets, man. I got to see what the inventory is. And I got to see how many tickets to get. Should I get 75 tickets, 100 tickets? Because the scary thing about these events, just to be transparent with you guys, is buying too many tickets and they don't sell, and then not good. So that's how it works. What a pull getting Shamar's dad on. Great interview. Interesting to find out he's one of us. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me that. So Shamar Stewart's dad in that interview, he's a Jets fan, bro. He's a Jets fan. It was funny. He was like, yeah, man, I was a Jets fan, but now I'm a Bengals fan because my son plays for the Bengals. I was like, come on, man. Still root for the Jets. Still root for the Jets, bro. It's pretty fun. Keep going, Richie. Eventually you get them creds. Thank you, bro. I mean, we got the credentials for the NFL, right? I mean, we got the NFL draft credentials for Roundtable Sports. So why can't I get Jets credentials? Come on, Jets. Give me them. I just sent out an email yesterday. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm Richie from Roundtable. Come on, man. Give me those credentials. I want to be there. I want to be like, yo, Aaron Glenn. What are your thoughts? I want to be like, yo. I hope so. Hennessy, Super Chat. Mets surprised us. Knicks surprised us. Jets time. Facts. Oh, my God. The Jets surprising us would just feed families. It would do everything. It would do, oh, my God, so much. That just fired me up. Henny, I appreciate the Super Chat, my man. Very kind of you, my friend. Extremely kind of you. Appreciate you, DJ Dirty Q. Interesting name there. Very interesting name. Very interesting. I'm buzzed off coffee right now. Your boy is enjoying life. I'm going to put these credentials on to hopefully manifest getting Jets credentials, because Jets credentials are a different world, different experience, different connects. They could say no to me. They can say yes to me. I don't know. But what is interesting about having NFL credentials, I do have access to potentially getting credentials for London, but London is an expensive trip, man. Which, like, if I can get credentials to cover the Jets, Broncos, in London, do you guys think I should go? If I can get credentials for Jets versus Broncos in London, do you guys think I should go? Because that would be pretty fun, but man, it's expensive to fly to London and stay there. That's for sure. So, I don't know, man. Hey, a lot of fun things. Will McDonald, 17 sacks this season. If there was somebody that's going to break out this year, that it kind of felt like he broke out last year. We said this on the show yesterday, but it's Will McDonald, man. Someone that has a chance to break out like a star. Oh, it's that boy. It's that boy right there, my man Will McDonald. Plane tickets aren't terrible right now. Or terrible right now. I was looking for, okay. If you have a chance to interview players and coaches, you might have to go. Yeah, I mean, like, NFL credentials, you get access to international games. You feel me? So, like, how can I not take them up on that offer? And I've never been to London. I've always wanted to go. I almost went last year. Thank God I did not go last year. Oh, I'm so happy I did not go. I would have spent thousands of dollars to see that debacle of a game. What was that, against Minnesota? Hopefully you have a bounce-back season for JJ as well. Yeah, my expectations for JJ is a little lower just because coming off an Achilles, but yeah. The New York Jets will go to the Super Bowl with Justin Fields. Damn. How about that for a prediction? I don't know about that. But, hey, man, you never know. You never know. Man, I love you guys. Just want to say something real quick, not to get sentimental, but I am so thankful to do what I do for a living, and that's because of you guys, and I love the community of Jets fans. The fact that I can go live every day and interact with Jets fans across the world and talk about football, it's just awesome. It's a dream of mine. Has been since I was a kid. I actually came across a letter that I wrote 6 years ago, and it was like my 5 to 7 year plan, and it was really tripping me out to read that. What my 6 year ago self wrote down in college. I was like, this is what I want to do in my life. And it's really, really crazy to see where I'm at today. Not going to lie. At 27 years old. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun, man. It really does. Now it's time for the Jets to start winning. And then the rest is history. And it's up to you, Aaron Glenn, to make that happen. It's up to you, Justin Fields, to make that happen. Come on. Make it happen. Come on, Steve Wilkes. I can't wait to be live for these games, man. I can't wait to be live for these Jets games. Go crazy with you guys. Hopefully experience some winning football. I don't know. I don't know, man. There's a lot of moving parts going on with this team. And the cool thing about this Jets organization going into this year is we are unexpected. Nobody's expecting us to do anything. Good. Exactly where I want to be. It's exactly where you want to be if you're a Jets fan, man. No expectations. Go into the season with very little expectations, man. That's what we want. We got 69 likes. Nice. Hit that like button, folks. I do appreciate you guys, man. Hit that like button right now. It's a nice day out. I got a new hobby right now, which is playing basketball. Now, I've always loved playing basketball, but my apartment that I live in, I have basketball courts right next door that are really nice, and I've been going out there and balling. If you guys live on Long Island, come ball with me. I'll cross you up. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. But, nah, man, all jokes aside, I am excited for this upcoming year. So, there's really not much else to say. OTAs, hopefully we can get more stuff coming out because it's been a little bit dry. The media was at practice last week. So I'm curious to see when's the next time the media is going to be in attendance, because I'm trying to see what's cooking up. Do they have anything scheduled, the Jets? I mean, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to see what's cooking. I'm ready to see what's cooking up with this team. So, we'll see, man. Steelers game for obvious reasons. Yeah, Jets Media Day 2025 coming through soon. Sign up for the priority list. Link at the top of the chat if you want to pull up, man. A lot of exciting things going on. So, folks, I'm going to wrap up the show now. I do have some things to do regarding the Roundtable Sports social media internship I got to work on. So I appreciate you guys so much for all the love and the consistent support for me and Jets Media. Don't forget, I will be live tonight on Knicks Media for my live watch party. If you're curious to come through and watch the Knicks game with me, come through, man. It's a lot of fun. Similar to going live for Jets games just before the Knicks. Playoff energy. If you want to see how I react to a team that is successful, come through to my Knicks Media live watch party. That link is right now in the chat. So come through, man. It's a lot of fun over there on Knicks Media. I would appreciate if you guys can go support me over there on my other YouTube channel. So with that, I will leave you guys with it. Also, Fourth and Forever is live at 2 p.m. today on Roundtable Sports. So I'll see you guys then for our daily NFL show. Love you guys so much. Let's go Jets. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.